You're sitting there thinking, I got time before I need to post this certain video, so I'm just gonna, film it and then edit it for like next week or whatever. And then you see everybody else posting their BookTube-A-Thon TBRs, and you're wondering if you might have forgotten the time frame for that, which I almost did. So here I am with my BookTube-A-Thon 2018 TBR. Hey everybody, welcome back to my BookTube-A-Thon TBR for 2018 BookTube-A-Thon. I am super stoked for BookTube-A-Thon. I have had varying success with most of the BookTube-A-Thons that I have participated in. Last year, I believe I tried to at least do all the Instagram challenges because those were a lot easier for me to do than the video challenges with having a full-time-ish job, and now I have 2 jobs, so I don't think I'm going to be doing the video challenges. For today, I'm going to go over my TBR of what I'm going to try and attempt to read for the BookTube-A-Thon, and I'm going to match most of what I can with the BookTube-A-Thon challenges. First challenge is to let a coin toss, and I have a toonie with me, let a coin toss decide what your first read is going to be. So I have 2 books on my TBR that I'm going to do a coin toss between which one's the first one I'm going to read. So Northanger Abbey is going to be heads and The White Feather Murders is going to be tails. I am absolutely terrible at doing the whole coin tossing, flipping thing, so I'm just going to toss it. Oops. So the first book I'm going to try and read is The White Feather Murders by Rachel Macmillan. Now, I read more than one book at a time, so I will probably have this as my in-purse going to work reading on breaks book and try and get that one done through that. And then Northanger Abbey, I actually have an audiobook for that, so that's going to be my at-home, chilling at home audiobook read. The second challenge is to read a book about something you want to do, and for this I'm going to be reading No Matter How Improbable by Portia Adams. This is part of the Portia Adams mystery Sherlockish series that I read last year for the BookTube-A-Thon, and I never completed the 3rd book in the trilogy. But this one is, it started off as a young girl from Canada who ends up moving to England, and that's something I've always wanted to do, either visiting or at one point I did want to just pack up and move to England. So I'm going to do this as kind of, I want to be in England kind of thing. I don't want to be like solving mysteries or anything, but I definitely want to be in England. Number 3 is to read a book and then watch the movie adaptation. I'm also going to be doing Northanger Abbey for this challenge. So Northanger Abbey, I'm going to watch the BBC version of this that I absolutely love, this BBC version. And it has Felicity Jones in it from Rogue One, which I didn't know because I had seen this before I'd seen Rogue One. And I knew Jen was bugging me the whole time that I'd seen this actress before, but I didn't really know her. And she was in Northanger Abbey. And I love that version of that movie, so I'm going to be watching that movie, and I've already put it on hold from my library. Challenge number 4 is to read a book with green on the cover. This is going to be The Runaway King from Jennifer A. Nelson. I'm going to be listening to this one on audiobook. I listened already to The False Prince and loved it. Loved it. It was so good. I'll talk about more in my wrap-up. So I'm really excited to get on with the rest of this series. So I'm going to be reading The Runaway King by Jennifer A. Nelson. The whole entire cover is green, and I'm going to be listening to it on audiobook. And audiobooks take me like no time at all to get through. So hopefully this will be a slam dunk for the BookTube-A-Thon challenges. Challenge number 5 is to read a book while wearing the same hat the whole time that you are reading that book. This challenge I'm not going to be completing because I don't own a hat. I mean, I might own a couple of toques, which is like a winter hat for those of you who are not from Canada. So I own a couple of toques and winter gear, but I don't own hats. Well, that's a lie. I do have some hats, but I get headaches super easy by wearing anything around my head, which is why I also wear my hair shorter, which reminds me I need a haircut badly. But I get headaches, so for health reasons, I'm going to forego this challenge, unfortunately. So I already am not going to complete all the challenges, but I'm just going to bow out of this one and try to complete everything I can. Challenge number 6 is to read a book with a beautiful spine, which I love because some books have like excellent spines. I love when spines line up and they look so nice on your bookshelf, and I'm just going to go on. But a set of spines that I love when they're all together on my bookshelf is my Puffin's Children's Classics editions. You kind of can see them right there. And I realized I haven't read Charlotte's Web yet out of them. I got this from Felicia for Christmas last year, so I decided to pick this up. It's also ridiculously short, which is why I also wanted to pick it up. So, and it's got a great spine, and they look so nice together on my shelf. I love a good spine lineup. And of course, challenge number 7 is to read 7 books in 7 days, essentially. And I have only showed you 6. So I have these 3 that I'm going to be reading. I have The Runaway King, the audiobook, No Matter How Probable, coming from my library. I'm also going to be reading Catalyst, a Rogue One story, a Star Wars Rogue One story on audiobook. It's on Scribd. I'm so excited. I am just going to listen to it on audiobook. I'm very excited. I love Star Wars audiobooks. So excited. It's a longer one, so I hope I'm going to get through it. Also, I might throw in an extra audiobook that I find on Scribd. I was kind of flipping through them to see what I might want to throw in, but if I just pick up one on a whim and see what I throw in. So that is my BookTube-A-Thon TBR. I would love to hear what you guys are reading this year, and I will be trying to watch everyone's BookTube-A-Thon TBR. I am so excited for the BookTube-A-Thon. I don't know why, it feels like the one readathon that everybody and their cousin does. So it's so much fun to be doing this like as a whole, as a community, and it's something that everybody gets super excited for, and I really feel like it just brings the entire BookTube-A-Thon community together. Whether you're a larger booktuber or a smaller booktuber, it's just everybody comes together and it's so much fun. So I'm really excited. I also love seeing people's creativity with the Instagram challenges. I'm so glad that's a thing now, and hopefully I can get some decent photos out myself. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you at the BookTube-A-Thon. Bye!